Okay, so the website I decided to redesign was for Papillionaire bicycles, and more specifically the Summer bicycle, which is one of their products. Now, Papillionaire is Australian owned and operated, and they actually have a store here in Melbourne. Just going through their site, they do sell vintage bicycles. However, that doesn't really come across. Um, the site is pretty clean, easy to navigate, easy to read, which is good. But through the redesign, firstly, I wanted to add a more vintage feel, and as well as that, adding a sense of experience of owning the bike. Now, I thought I'd do this through the use of illustration, which we'll see in the next section. So just jumping over. Okay, so this is the top of the page. I've carried through the same blue color. I thought it worked well. I've changed the typeface to a more, as you can see, a more vintage style compared to the old one. Just below here we've got the various anchor links to the different parts of the site. So just moving down, we've got some basic information here introducing the bicycle. And then we've got the various options available. So we've got frame colors as well as the accessories. Now all these options allow the user, or the buyer rather, to create a bike that is their own. So I thought I'd try and make this experience more effective in this next section by using the illustrations, just to give the user an idea of what it might be like or how they can create their bicycle. So for example, we've got one here which I've called the Urban Commuter, so they can pack it out with a crate and all their belongings on there. We've got one for the beach, so you've got obviously your beach gear in there. Moving down. Now, as we can see, we've got a parallax scrolling effect happening here. So you've got the text going down, but then you've got these foreground elements. So there's the two larger buildings, which are moving a lot faster than the background elements. So that kind of gives a sense of depth, which I think just immerses the user a lot better. And just an outro here. Got honey there. Express yourself with Papillionaire Summer. And yet, just down the bottom, we've got a link to build your bike. So clicking that takes us to Papillionaire's website with all the options. That's the Summer bicycle. And then you've got all your options down here for color. So that's a straight link to building the bike. And finally, we've got a home button which takes us to the top. Overall, I think there's a pretty big improvement in the redesign. We've gone from a page which is pretty clean and efficient, but we've added sort of some more interesting elements. So I think this would work really well as a complement to their other site, as I said earlier, as maybe a landing page, just to create that initial excitement and then lead the user over to their page to build their bike. Thanks for watching.